Let me tell you a story about a company that broke every rule of business and still won big. In a world where most brands chase endless growth, flash sales, and viral trends, Patagonia did the opposite. It told people to stop buying. Patagonia was founded in 1973 by Ivo Choined, a passionate rock climber who never wanted to be a businessman. He just wanted to make better climbing gear for his friends, stronger, simpler, and longer lasting. But as his small gear business grew, Choined noticed something that bothered him. Every product made was leaving a footprint on the planet he loved to explore. From the start, Patagonia's purpose wasn't to be the biggest, it was to be the most responsible. The brand's mission became clear: we're in business to save our home planet. That mission led Patagonia down a path very few companies dared to take, using business as a tool for environmental change. But what came next would shock the entire retail world.
By the early 2000s, Patagonia had become a respected outdoor clothing company. But the entire fashion industry was being consumed by a new force: fast fashion. Brands were producing cheaper clothes, faster than ever, feeding a growing culture of constant buying and throwing away. The environment was paying the price: overflowing landfills, polluted rivers, and a global addiction to consumption. Patagonia wasn't immune to this. Despite its ethical sourcing and durable materials, every jacket, every shirt, every shipment had an impact. Ivo Choined and his team faced a hard truth: even the most responsible company contributes to environmental harm when it sells more stuff. So, Patagonia made a decision that would seem crazy in any business textbook. Instead of pushing customers to buy more, they decided to ask them to buy less. And on Black Friday, 2011, one of the biggest shopping days of the year, Patagonia ran a full-page ad in the New York Times with a bold headline that read, "Don't buy this jacket." That's right. The ad literally told customers not to buy their best-selling product. Below the headline, the ad explained the environmental cost of making that jacket, how much water was used, how much carbon was emitted, and how much waste it created. The message wasn't a marketing gimmick, it was a wake-up call. Most experts predicted it would destroy sales. Instead, it started a movement.
Patagonia's approach worked because it was authentic. The company didn't just talk about sustainability, it built its entire business strategy around it. First, Patagonia committed to radical transparency. They published details about their supply chain, their materials, and even their mistakes. Customers could see the real impact of their purchases, and that honesty built deep trust. Second, they focused on quality over quantity. Instead of releasing new collections every month, they made gear designed to last decades. They launched programs like Worn Wear, encouraging people to repair or resell used Patagonia clothing rather than buying new ones. Third, they took real environmental action. Patagonia pledged 1% of all sales to environmental causes and helped fund grassroots organizations around the world. In 2022, Ivo Choined went one step further. He gave away the entire company. Ownership was transferred to a trust that ensures all future profits are used to protect the planet. What's fascinating is that all of this didn't slow Patagonia's growth, it accelerated it. Consumers didn't see Patagonia as just another brand. They saw it as a movement, a company that represented what they believed in. And that's the secret: Patagonia didn't sell jackets, it sold values.
Today, Patagonia is worth over $1 billion, and its influence goes far beyond clothing. It has become a case study in how purpose-driven business can be both profitable and principled. The so-called Patagonia paradox proves that doing good for the planet doesn't have to come at the cost of doing well in business. In fact, it can be the reason you succeed. By daring to be honest, by challenging the culture of overconsumption, Patagonia earned something no ad campaign could buy: authentic loyalty. So, what can we learn from this? If you are building a brand or running a business, remember this: growth without meaning is hollow. People don't just buy products anymore, they buy what those products stand for. Patagonia's story is proof that sometimes the best way to grow is to slow down. And that's how a company built on climbing gear climbed its way to the top by putting the planet above profit.
So the next time you see a brand pushing endless discounts or the next trend, remember this story. Patagonia's success isn't about selling jackets, it's about selling a belief. A belief that doing the right thing can still lead to success. If you found this story inspiring, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more case studies like this one, stories where purpose meets profit and values reshape entire industries. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.